lot of teams try and restart the clock with their quarterbacks.
You don't want to say it, B-Guard? I'll say it. Look, I'm wearing this throwback Madden Underground uniform. I'm waiting on the new. Snipes is doing a silent protest. That's why he's just not showing. You see what B-Guard is rocking. He's got his stay classy, San Diego. That's right. Rocking the Black Panther. I can smell it all the way over here. That's right. Got bits of real Panther in it too, so that's right.
Hey, so I did the intro and my mic was muted and we got the sound on, so
hey,
I'm gonna redo this again. You guys, they heard you guys, ain't nothing I said. So again, your boy Brian James, got my guy B-Guard to the left. Our left if you're watching the screen. To the bottom left, we got Philly guy. Bottom right, under me, we got Snipes. What's good, Snipes? You here?
What's good? Y'all hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
All right.
We had a few technical difficulties, but we got it.
Man.
We got it under control, man.
I ain't gonna lie, this camera making me look a little crusty.
Well,
it's sad
I mean,
to say,
you know.
not to let you know anything, but that's how you always look.
Part of my charm.
Dang.
Nah, I'm just putting
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to visit my barber. I ain't can't even lie.
It's gonna be one of those shows, Snipes. It's gonna be one of those shows.
Oh man.
Definitely. Hey, so Cooper Kupp just got a new deal.
Man.
Aaron Donald just got a new deal. The Rams, they got Bobby Wagner now. They've revamped the secondary. Got a few pieces that were necessary since they lost a few.
I don't understand. Where are they getting this money?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. The
salary cap is a myth.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. Like, where's this money coming from?
Yeah.
I'm really curious.
Like they just not like the places they ain't paying. They really ain't paying.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's somebody working for free in the organization. I can promise you that.
Yo, for real.
On that Troy Brown deal.
Yeah. So
Where the contract says for the love of the game.
just happy to be there. But yeah, we got a lot of different things going on today. We got a lot of things to talk about. We got to talk about the beta. We got to talk about our fast money tournament. We got to talk about the future of Madden 23 and where we could be going. Sniper's putting the smack down over there. So listen up, doing the show. But yeah, yeah. So we got all those different things, variety of things to talk about, and we're gonna see what comes of it. How do you guys feel about the beta right now? The state of the beta right now.
Well, to me, I mean, it's I don't gotta even talk too much about this. I mean, I'm pleasantly happy with it. I'm very happy with it. I'm just a general being able, whether I play the computer or whether I play somebody else, like I'm just so happy with how the defense is responding. I'm starting to get the hang of the passing thing. For anybody that hasn't tried it yet, it's something you got to get used to. But when you get used to it, it's a problem. It's great. I think all in all, the general, man, it's probably. Am I saying it? Am I saying it's too early? Saying it's the best beta to come out for Madden?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the best beta to come out for Madden, bar none. It's the best beta to come out for Madden, bar none.
I saw a lot of people saying on Twitter that it's probably the beta is better than the last 3 Maddens alone. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what B-Guard has to say about it.
I'm very encouraged. I will say that. I think it's better than the whole game of Madden 22. That's for sure. 21, I think it's better. It feels a lot more balanced, and that's what we've been asking for. Defense isn't underwhelming. What is that noise?
It ain't me.
I don't understand. What is it that you're hearing?
Sound like
it's like there's like a party going on in somebody's house.
It ain't me because my kid's downstairs.
There's a pool party that's popping off. Let me see if you can still hear it.
Okay,
All right,
you
that's
this. I'm like, wait,
All right,
where are these children coming from? But yeah.
All
So,
right, but anyway, I think it's better as a whole than Madden 22. Like the beta, I like it. Like the passing is different, but once you get used to it, it's really not going to be an issue. Um, like Philly pointed out to me like the other day, the worse quarterback it is, the smaller the range you can lead the pass, and I think that's fair. Like if the ratings don't translate to having a bigger wide range of like a pass lead, then that's how it should be. The one small complaint is offensive linemen seem to have no awareness of people that are in front of them, like again in the pass rush. And if that gets tuned up, I think we got something real special right here.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I see someone asking, anyone know the timetable? I think it's supposed to be this Friday. They accidentally put Face of the Franchise in the game. So
Yeah.
I think maybe this coming Friday, if not next week sometime, between Friday and I would say between Friday and maybe Monday or Tuesday, franchise mode will be on there. It should be one of the last things they put on there. So if that's what you're waiting for, it should be on around that time. They actually accidentally put Face of the Franchise on there, and it was like a community uproar because they took head-to-head play off to put that on there. And I don't think anybody is really interested in Face of the Franchise other than, I'm not going to say anybody, but there's a lot of guys that play just franchise mode by itself. So those type of guys, they like to create themselves, or players they like, or something like that, or a rookie college player, and they put them in the game and play with them like that. So, there's people that do play it, but the majority of the community was actually in an uproar because they didn't put the real franchise mode in there. They put Face of the Franchise in there.
I feel, man, like I feel like this should just be a game like to tone gameplay. Like I could care less about Face of the Franchise being in there. I could care less about franchise being in there or the yard. Like this should just be a gameplay thing, not a oh hey, here's a little taste for all of you and then take it away. Like I just don't. I mean, I'm on the aspect like let's just get gameplay right and then worry about the other things.
Given all the mishaps that were in franchise mode last year, like the drafts crashing, you not being able to load 32 players.
That's a good point.
I think franchise, they need to really test run franchise like legitimate, even if they have to extend the beta for a week or two, because franchise was terrible last year. You couldn't develop quarterbacks wouldn't turn, they wouldn't upgrade. There's a lot of different flaws in the game with franchise mode. So when they implemented the new draft system, it sucked. So it's I would rather find out before release that everything sucks in the franchise mode prior to just releasing it and then being like, oh well, we thought it worked. We thought this is what you guys wanted. It wasn't what the community wanted. So let's find out now.
Exactly. Yeah, it's best to find that out now anyway, because you get back to the whole thing where, remember last year we didn't start franchises until what, October?
September, like
late September.
Yeah, like that's super late to start franchises. You know what I mean? Here at Madden Underground, we try to get done by. We could have been done by like March, right?
We could have probably had one more season.
February,
done something else, but it got so late into the cycle that it just didn't make sense to run another franchise.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Definitely. I saw Philly. Did you want to add something?
Just that I wasn't invited to the pool party that's popping off outside. So
it sounds fun.
It sounds like it came to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it definitely sounds like a lot of fun. I'm just waiting for the ice cream truck to come rolling through because I know they've been circling the block. So if you see me dip, you know what time it is. I got the money on the nightstand. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But, that being said, like everything you guys said, I agree with 100%. I'm absolutely loving the beta. I'm loving the realism of the pass rush. Thank you, B-Guard, for being willing to take on the challenge of playing with the New York Jets and understanding, what it means to play with a team of that caliber and magnitude, and giving me an honest opinion. I mean, I really felt like it was important.
Buddy, I played with the Bears. Like, I can't get any much lower.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Thomas Graham is on the Bears. So he's not on the Jets. If he was on the Jets,
he wasn't the year before.
Yeah.
no, that's true.
And the Bears are still a rather not a fan favorite of the Madden games. Not a lot of people run into the Bears to play with them when the beta came out.
That is true.
That progressive fatigue problem set many guys back in franchise. It definitely did. A lot of people were trying to figure out what was actually happening with their players. They didn't understand why. There were times when the fatigue was off and you were still getting hit by the fatigue problem, the fatigue issue. So they have to work on franchise. It has to be something like that. It looks like the trenches this year is truly where the wars are won. Thoughts? What are your thoughts on the trenches in the beta so far?
100%. I agree with that 100%. And that's the way that it should be. That's the way it should be. It should always be like that.
Agreed. Totally agree.
Yeah, especially with the if you like, I saw somebody tweet out that you could have a 60 overall edge rusher and he's out there playing like Lawrence Taylor, and it's kind of like that to a certain extent, but like, the pressure is really on. The pressure is really on.
It seems like I think it will get tuned, but it seems like they really punish you if you're trying to go deep every single play.
Yeah. It's like you have to if you're gonna throw a deep shot, if you're gonna go deep, you definitely have to set that up. You have to get those people. You got to run the ball, take the flats, drag, slants, post, corners, and set that deep post up if you want to get that deep post. But if that's your offense, then you're out of luck.
Yeah, you're gonna be in trouble. Yeah.
He said, and it seems you may be able to play with linebackers this year.
Linebackers are better. They're better than what they were years prior. I still think that safeties at linebacker are still going to be the thing, just because they can move. Like, they're more agile. Like, you'll probably have a couple like Devin White or Roquan Smith that can move. Like that'll get used. But I think it's going to be a safety dominated game.
Mm-hmm.
And the way go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say most of that is based on the way that people play now. So we've seen Gun Bunch be successful, and you don't really need the linebackers when you're going up against people like that. You got to have safeties. So
it'll make regs more playable. I will say it'll make regs more playable, but it's not gonna matter. People are gonna choose safeties.
And I like the fact that now I can run a 3-4. On third down and feel okay, like somewhat comfortable with it. Like, okay, I'm okay. I don't feel like I'm just gonna get cooked all across the board.
Right.
With the way the zones play, the zones you can actually turn off the Mabel on the zones, or you can turn the Mabel on. I think that's an important feat. I mean, the match. I should say the match. In the zone. I mean, the coaching settings now. So the match, and that's a huge part of it, because I know a lot of people didn't know that cover 4 was matching in certain. Cover 4 was actually matching last year. Did you know that? And that was why the deep post was crazy.
If you did not have zone drops on and you play cover 4, like that was match. Like if you played cover 4 quarters, you were matching. Like that, your players were gonna match.
So, and a lot of people were totally unaware of. They were like, "Man, cover 4 is not working." And I'm like, "Yo, it's actually matching."
Yeah, it's matching.
You have to mess with the zone drops and things like that if you want to prevent that from happening. But yeah, that's you actually got. I would recommend, if you have the beta, don't just play it to have fun. Play it to actually learn. Get the throwing mechanics down. I played a guy yesterday and he back shouldered through me the whole game, and I had to commend him. I'm like, "Yo, you already got this mastered, bro." And he was like, "Yeah, it took me 24 hours of just nonstop practice, but I finally got it down." And he was back shoulder throwing with Brady to Mike Evans, and that was very, very difficult.
It must have been annoying.
It must have
been annoying. Yeah, it must have been annoying, man. That had to be annoying to deal with that on the defensive side. But if a guy takes 24 hours to do that, to just focus on that, I mean, it's bound to happen, man. That's great. That's great.
Yeah. And there's a lot of guys that are using the beta, like treating the beta like it's the real game. Like, I'm trying to get ranked up in level 1, be the number 1.
You're a real weirdo if you're
what I'm saying?
Like, you are an actual weirdo.
But I'm like, look, there's guys that's trying not to show their scheme in the beta, and I'm like, yo, this is the perfect time to actually see what works in the game, what doesn't work. People are trying to lab the defense, and I'm like, bro, like a lot of this stuff it's not gonna even work in the game. Not even be in the game.
That's why I railed against open betas for the longest time, because there are people in there who aren't trying to like learn stuff or find stuff that is wrong with the game. They in there trying to be ranked #1 in a beta. Like, what kind of loser do you have to be fighting for a top spot in a beta that's open for 2 weeks? Like, you gotta be some kind of weirdo.
Well, in my defense, I mean, I'd gotten the game early.
In my defense.
So, it was just an opportunity for me to get a feel for what the game was. Like, okay, it didn't translate into what the actual game was, but, Madden 22, I was that dude. I was
beta.
easily top 10. Yes, I was easily top 10. And then when the actual game came out, the game changed.
Top 7
and exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I get what you're saying, B-Guard, but I feel like all the issues that happened in the past, Brian James is 100% right. Franchise mode needs to be something that's unlocked so that we can go in, and especially if you're a commissioner, you get a chance to actually see what, some of the tools are that you have to work with. Just kind of figure out how you want to set up your league, for the season that's coming up. Because you don't want to be doing that stuff at the last minute. And luckily, Madden Underground had everything set up. So even though we had all those hiccups last year, we were still ready to go. But, the beta as it is right now, you're absolutely right. You got to run a balanced attack. You got to know the matchups. You got to understand what you're doing. You got to put in 24 hours of practice to be able to do back shoulder throws. It's going to be a skill-based game based on what we've seen thus far. And I honestly hope that doesn't change. I just don't.
Okay. And now we got another question. Do you guys think players will last as long in franchise mode as they did last year? He said he had Andrew Whitworth, who in 9 years, he had 9 years of the league. So, that's actually commendable for him. I've never seen a guy. I think the longest Whitworth lasted in any of our leagues was maybe 3 seasons, the most.
Yeah.
It depends. Like, they've been better like in recent years about players like declining. Like, I remember times where you had Larry Fitzgerald on your team. He was like a 50 overall and was totally unusable. Like,
yeah.
Like Aaron Rodgers declines. I think in 21, like, he was good up and he stayed 4 more years in the league.
Yeah.
But don't quote me on that. But like, they've been better about players regressing. Like, I have no idea how that's going to be this year, but I'm sure like guys who are like on the fringe, like, you could probably try and talk out of retirement. But outside of that, I have no idea.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I know with Tannehill, he's already 36, so he lasts the entire franchise.
God,
he didn't retire.
He's been in the league that long.
Yeah, he's
Damn.
36, man. So he lasted the entire franchise last year, and I actually tried to get rid of him.
I don't think Tom Brady's gonna last.
No, I think Tom's gonna
Tannehill's
last.
33.
I think 2 years.
Okay, he's 33.
I think 2 years.
Well, he played until he was 38 in franchise last year. I just remember at the end he was like 38 on the franchise. So
yeah.
Brady
he'll last
gave
2
us
years.
a good 2-3 years. That's what you expect out of Brady anyway.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
years.
I'm thinking 2 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
2
so
years.
You kind of know the window it depends on the position. Quarterbacks, I think they give you 1 or 2 years, depending on the success of the team. I know in PS5 I had Derrick Henry retired in the middle of season 4, week 5. You know what I mean? He just decided he didn't want to play anymore. Like, you know what? I don't like this. I'm out of here. And we wasn't even losing. We were still in playoff contention. So, and he kind of knocked us out of the playoffs because we lost him. So
That's crazy.
But I didn't like that part of the game. I know. Remember the guy that had the Bears, Khalil Mack, retired week 1 of the regular season.
Yeah,
Season 1.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. They just randomly retired.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That part of the game, I didn't like. I don't think that should be in the game.
Yeah, like in a franchise I joined, like when I was taking over, the team was 0-7. I win a game, and Bobby Wagner comes up to me like, "Hey, man, I just don't got it no more." I'm like, "What do you mean you don't got it no more? You had it."
Yeah, it's a slippery slope when it comes to those retirements. I didn't like that. I didn't even understand how it was even being, like, how you were activating these retirements, because Derrick Henry had, I think, 1,200 yards at the time rushing, and he was like, you know what, I just can't do this anymore. I'm tired of soul searching. I don't think I have it. And I'm like, bro, like, what do you mean, bro? We got 1,200 yards. You got to get 2K. Let's do this. Just pull Devontae Davis, win the locker room, and then come back. You know what I mean?
I hope they add that. I hope
What up,
they
so
add
amazing?
that.
Oh
Where
my
a
gosh.
dude just doesn't come out the locker
Like,
room.
come out the
You're
locker room,
Where's
like, wait,
my
you go-
quarterback?
You go through your depth trying to back up there. You're like, what happened? You're like, hey, he retired.
Oh
But,
my gosh.
FIFA promises to destroy EA in the upcoming soccer game battle. NFL should follow FIFA. I don't think the NFL will do that. I think they're tremendously pleased by the money that EA is pulling in for Madden.
Yeah,
You know, we may not necessarily like the game, but EA is pulling in billions of dollars with Madden, just off of MUT. You know, so
Agreed.
What you about to say, BR, about FIFA?
I mean, FIFA seems like as a vindictive organization. I don't know if the NFL's like that vindictive.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm like this, man. The beta is in a good state, and we know how when things are in a good state, we say we like this, and they say you like that, but we think we should fix this, and then they do something, and then it's domino effect on everything else in the game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm actually worried about happening. I thought B-Gar was frozen, but he's not. His eyes are still moving.
I'm just not moving.
But yeah, so I think that's something that frequently happens in beta. I see So Amazing saying he likes the beta. The beta is actually pretty excellent. My thing is this: if you suck on offense, you're gonna suck on offense in the beta. If you suck on defense, more than likely, if you pick the right play, you got a chance in the beta. But the thing about sucking on offense is that even if you make the right plays on defense, you still got to play offense. And if you suck on offense, you know, if you can't pass, you're gonna have it's gonna be a long year for you. It's gonna be a long year for you, man. So you might want to start working on the passing. He said, "What are we most excited about seeing in the new game once it's completed and in franchise mode? With franchise mode, I'm eager to see how the free agency logic works in the game. We know that everybody is big bank take little bank majority of the time when it comes to sniping the free agents. I would actually like some chemistry involved. You know, like I'm a good fit here. I'm a scheme fit here." Or I like the location. I'm looking for weather, something that's realistic that can be implemented into. I know they were talking about emotions in franchise mode. I don't want no guy saying I don't want to play no more. That I don't want that. But I would like logic.
Hey man, sometimes hey, look what happened with Buffalo and Von Miller. Like they threw him a bag and he's like, oh, I don't need this LA weather. I'll be cold in Buffalo and be rich.
Yeah. What up, Fox NFT Crypto Gamer? Welcome to the stream.
And I feel like if they choose the weather thing, like the teams in the North just have no shot.
Oh yeah.
Like Green Bay already don't have a shot at signing free agents.
Well, maybe it's a guy that actually came from Wisconsin. He doesn't like the hot weather.
JJ Watt's from Wisconsin and he chose Arizona. You think you don't think that's a coincidence?
It's not a coincidence. No coincidence there. But
I'll say this though. As far as what I would look forward to as far as franchise concerned, I just really want to see if and they should do it. Get the 32-man thing just fixed completely. You know what I mean? I think if they put that out in the beta, I think we're all gonna say, okay, let's go ahead and create a league and see if we can get 32 people in there and not have any issues at all. You know what I'm saying? Because that was just a pain in the behind. You remember what we did, B. James? I mean, I gotta get out. Yeah, I gotta get out. Let this guy get in. Then when he's done playing his game, he gotta get out for me to get back in. And just doing that throughout the entire season, it was just,
yeah,
that was just horrible.
That was terrible. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully they fix that aspect of it. The scouting aspect of it.
Yeah,
I didn't mind you being able to do all the things you could do with the scouting. I just would have liked to be able to scout more players. Like if they implemented that logic into it, but you were able to still scout the entire board, I think that would have been more successful. I think people would have appreciated it and, not complained about it as much.
Yeah.
Also would like to see I would like to be able to draft away from the game. I would like that you be able to draft from the app. Make the app useful for something other than MUT,
That part.
Let's draft.
Let me do it on my phone. Let me do it on my computer. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let that go down. I'll be that'd be so great.
Let me do that remotely, man. Let me go ahead.
If I could do that, if you do you realize if we're able to do something like that remotely, nobody would miss a draft. I don't care. You could be out with your lady eating dinner. You gonna draft your team.
Yeah, that would have been great. And I honestly thought that they were going to implement the. I saw the rumors of Madden coming to Game Pass circulating. We can talk about that now. Circulating, and they decided that EA said it's not happening. It's not coming to Game Pass. So
told y'all. Like,
I thought that would have been. I thought that would have been great, especially given the cloud gaming element that comes with Game Pass. If they would have put Madden, made it a cloud gaming situation where you could play it on the cloud, away from there on your phone.
Yeah.
That kind of would have eliminated the whole draft situation, because even if you're not home, you can still do the draft and things like that with the cloud game.
Bro.
So, nope. You know, they weren't going to be innovative, per usual. So,
I mean, we got to think about it too, though. Like, you know, Microsoft would have probably really had to give EA a serious bag for something like that to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
I'd have to give them a serious bag.
Well, you know, I think that maybe there would have been some truth to the subscription-based servicing that we talked about before by having, you know, Madden be available that way. But I think when you think about our experiences,
somebody's in a headlock.
No, they're not in a headlock. No, they're not in a headlock. They're just running around the pool. But the one thing that I would say for franchise is that I still, there's two things that I really feel very strongly about. One of them, you know this, Bron James, you've heard about it. Inside sources, I shall call them that. Inside sources want you to be able to set your audibles before you go into the game. I agree with that. You should be able to do that.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is, I believe that for any reason, if a game disconnects, that you should be able to pick it up and continue where you're going.
Yes.
So, you know, you have those two. And then my personal, I would love to see the scouting ability where I can decide if I want to use my scouting points to look at multiple players or to look at multiple groups of abilities on one player. So that way it's like, well, you want to find out what, you know, what their throwing power is. You want to find out what their, you know, their acceleration is, their hit power, you know, then you have to use your points to unlock, you know, maybe, I don't know, 3 more skill sets, you know, in terms of like getting the grades. Like you already get 3 grades, but I feel like you could use your points to unlock 3 more grades for 3 more, you know, classifications of abilities.
Or if you could use the grades and then use some more points to see the actual numbers. Like that, I think that would be even better. Like if you could pay more for the numbers. Like if you wanted to use all 300 points for that week to see the numbers on a particular player, you know, then I think that could be something that they allow too. But you know, we'll see what happens. What about you, B-Guard?
Yes.
Yes.
What was the question again?
Pass.
You want to phone a friend? Like, what's up?
I'm good. Pass.
You have nothing to say about franchise.
I just want to see it first, then I'll have something to say.
Okay. That's fair. That's a fair way to look at things. Philly, you gotta mute that mic, bro.
Let me see it.
Fair way passing the buck.
Mute that mic, bro.
I'll say what I like, and then I'll say what I like and say what I don't like when I see it. I just don't like speculating and then being disappointed. Like, oh dang, I thought this was gonna be better, or I thought this would be in there. I'm not setting myself up for disappointment.
I'll say this though, B-Guard. Like, I get where you're coming from with the, you know, with feeling like you end up being disappointed, but you know, obviously, you know, this is something that we could just sit down and talk about. You know what I mean? I mean, we talk. Shoot, me and B James, we talk about what were we talking the other day about the, you know, the whole crossplay bit, and this, that, the third. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Are we disappointed? I'm really not, because we really, you know, we wasn't expecting it. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't expecting it. We was praying for it, but we wasn't expecting it. And you're just not at this point now. You're just not even. You're not upset about it anymore. It's like it's not gonna happen. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with, you know, with franchise as well. You know what I mean? Like you expect certain things to be fixed. Certain things you got to expect to be fixed. Like the 32-man thing, that it has to be fixed. Has to be done. That's a given. Has to be done. If you don't get that done, you're gonna get a lot of franchises gonna say, I don't know if I'm gonna do franchise. And then you may get more players at that point.
I honestly think you have more players walk away from the game. We had a lot of guys that just completely walked away from the game last year, and I don't think people realize that. You know, I get they getting their money with their MUT stuff, but as far as regs, franchise mode, it was a huge drop off last year. There were a lot of people that were like, there were people that said, okay, they thugged it out, like I'm just gonna finish it because I started it. But then you had other people was like, you know what, man, I can't do it, man. I just can't do it, and they didn't. They refused to do it. So it was a bad game last year. Like we can't lie. You can't say, okay, well maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. No, it was, last year's game was a bad game. We had a waves of glitches, that like uncontrollable glitches in the game. You had
many issues.
Yeah, it was so many issues, and it was the issues were coming in waves. As they patched the game, there were other issues happening because of the patches that they were putting into the game. So you know, keep in mind there was a point in time where you couldn't even start a game. Remember that at the beginning of the year, you couldn't even start a franchise game. So you start it, you get in, and it kick you right back out. So if that's an issue this year, no icon situation, that was a situation too.
That was a big situation.
One team not showing up on the field.
Yep. Ghost team. You know.
Yep.
all these different glitches. You know. So
y'all want to crossplay. Y'all want to crossplay.
It was bad. It was really bad. And then on top of that, you know, when you had last year, you had what was his name? Moonlight Swami. The community was going to him about the game, and it got to the point where he just totally started like, he was mad that people, I guess he was a little upset that people weren't impressed with the scouting situation, and then he would say little things or make little comments and things like that. But I see he's no longer with EA anymore. So and he thought people were following him to hear about his sports commentary. Nobody cares about your sports commentary when you work at EA, bro. We want to see stuff about the game. That's the only reason we was following you. We didn't care about what Duke was doing this week, or what Villanova was doing this week, or your thoughts on the takes on what the safety should have been doing when the safeties wasn't working in Madden. We don't care about that, you know. So that was just, you know, I'm not saying I'm glad he's not there, but it was just like it was frustrating when the game was bad, and then you're seeing him knowing the game is bad, and he's tweeting about how good such and such is playing zone coverage in the real life game, and it's not effective in the game of Madden. You know, he works for EA. Yeah. So
I would like to state that Brian James' views on Moonlight Swami do not reflect the thoughts of Madden Underground.
Yeah. But no, I'm just saying it was frustrating because like at the beginning of the year when he knew the scouting patch, he was real friendly. You know, and I've met Moonlight Swami in person. We talked in person about Madden, so it's not like I'm saying these things that I wouldn't have said to him in person if I had seen him. You know, but with there being no EA player, there was no chance for me to talk to him in person. But it was just the fact that you know, the community didn't appreciate the fact that, you know, he was ignoring certain things that the community questioned that the community were asking because they were asking so frequently. But at the same token, he was posting from the Twitter account that he was giving Madden updates from and not responding to certain things. He was picking and choosing what he wanted to respond to. So I get it, but it's like I said, it's no longer a problem.
But when I do it.
Well, I mean,
it's a problem when I do it.
Well, yeah, because he wasn't the only victim. I mean, I think Clint was unfairly attacked by unnamed sources. And again, we don't know. Yeah, I mean, you know, we don't know who it is, and I don't even want to speperate at this point. I just think that when you as a consumer don't know who's responsible for what.
We have a question. He said, out of you four players, who's the best? You four guys, who's the best Madden player? I would say myself because none of these guys beat me last year. So as of right now, it's me. And B-Guard would be number 2. Snipes would be a close number 3, and Philly would be number 4.
Wow.
So of the 4, I'm the best. and Philly's the worst. If you want to go about Madden live performance credentials, B-Guard is the pro. He actually made live events and things like that. But somehow, with all those credentials, he was unable to beat me last year. So,
I never once in the years from Madden 18 to Madden 21, where you were winless against me, did I ever bring up the fact that you've never won.
Well,
1 year.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? When you've been held down and beaten down for so long, when you finally get some victories under your belt and it's consistent, it was consistent victories. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, I finally beat him and then I never did it again. It was like, oh, smacked him up, then smacked him up again, and then smacked him up some more. You know what I mean? It was very invigorating.
I was doing that to you for 4 years straight.
Hey, I know, and that's why I said when the rabbit finally got the gun, and it was like, okay, it's time to get some get back. You know what I'm saying? And we smacked you all up, smacked them around. Turned him upside down, shook him upside down till the coins fell out of his pocket. You know.
And let me say this, guys. Listen, do y'all see the hype right now that B James has right now? He is feeling himself now.
Never once have I felt, hey, I'm gonna beat Brian James.
Hey, you know what? I told everybody, I said this year's the year. We're gonna whoop on B-Guard. I made a point of it. I said we're gonna whoop on B-Guard. Because B-Guard get in here, we talking, he saying last 2 years he can sit in here and say, you know what? I could beat all these bumps. You know what I'm saying? But this year, nah, he couldn't say that. We had to lean on the word. We had to lean on the word of B-Guard because he was the pro and he was whooping on all of us and we couldn't do anything about it. But this year, this was the year. We had enough. Well, I had enough. These guys, they still get beat on.
Just know everybody that is tuning in right now, B-Guard is out for blood in 23. He's out for blood.
I know. I see the way he plays weekend league. It shows that I see the fangs come out.
Bad. It's gonna be so bad.
I see the fangs come out.
It's gonna be so.
He's gonna try to drop. He's gonna try to drop a Hunter burger.
I am going to be up 70, and I'm gonna be onside kick.
We are gonna see here. We're gonna see right here on this channel. We are going to see these guys scrap. They're gonna scrap. They are going to scrap. Because B James already said, if somebody drop 100 points on me, what?
We squabbing.
What'd you say?
We gotta fight. You gotta give me a fair one. We gotta fight. If you beat me by 100 points, we have to fight.
Okay, but why? Why do I gotta fight you?
Because I clearly can't beat you at the game. So it's the only way I have to beat you up in real life. You know what I mean? Like that's the only way I feel like a man again. You know what I mean? So, like that's it. You know, so if you beat me on the game by 100 points, just know if we see you, I'm gonna take off my gloves and slap you with them and challenge you to a duel. You know what I mean? So
okay. I like that. That.
So, but it is what it is. But we got another thing to talk about. We had the Madden Underground Fast Money Tournament this past Monday. It was actually pretty great. Went very well. Saint was the winner. You know, representing for Strictly Ballers. And they've been putting it down. We got 2 back-to-back winners coming from Strictly Ballers crew. Saint, Daz the week before. The week before that was Laser, and then we had the week before that was Burko. So we got their ranks. We got our ranking system, and we actually put out the full rankings. Normally we put out the top 5, but I pull out the full rankings this week just to show where everybody kind of stood on the Xbox side of things. And if you guys want to see that, you can go to madunderground.com. It's right there. He said, "Come to El Paso." Oh yeah. I got people out there, man. I got family out there. So if I can't get to you, you might get a knock at the door, and you go there and say Amazon. You open the door, and then somebody slaps you and run to their car. So, that's it's possible. El Paso is very possible, but I know it's open carry out there, so I may not want to do that. But
yeah, you might not want to do that. Yeah.
It's a great tournament we do every Monday. We've got a lot of participation. This was the first week we had a full tournament. It's been filling up. It's been getting closer to filling up every week. It's something that we've been organically trying to build, and it's been flourishing as of late. So if you guys want to be part of that, we won't be doing it next Monday. We're going to take a break because everybody should have the beta that signed up for it by that time. so we'll take a break. But you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But here, for those of you that missed the tournament, here are the top players in the ranking system right now. If you go to the website, this is what you will see. We got Saint number 1, Dez number 2, Laser number 3, Burko number 4, Assassins number 5, Hitsticks number 6, Cerebro Victory is number 7, Silver Fox is number 8, BKP is number 9, MP is number 10, John Madden is 11, Nev is 12, Struggling is 13, Dimes is 14, J Hall is 15, Wrangler 16, Blaze 17, Bunch Vic, who just participated his first time, he's number 18 right now, JB's 19, Fetty's 20, Shift Got Cole is 21, Illuminati's 22, and Unfazed is 23. He's on 3. So that's the current rankings right now. These things are certain to change because the more you participate, you know, the more you get to see, you know, what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So I encourage everybody to participate, and if you get an opportunity to play, just know the commentary is going to be crazy. It's going to be an extremely intense event in the Discord because the players are frantically trying to get those games played, and they play them at a fast rate. We normally get the game done, and we normally about all the games done in about 2 to 3 hours. Get the games out the way, which is kind of rapid for a tournament because you got 3-4 rounds, you know. So, and the game is basically 45 minutes each. So for games to be getting played that fast, that means a lot of dudes are getting slapped up and tapped out. So, you know. So,
and I know we've actually had a lot of people asking about the PS5 side too.
Yeah,
a lot of people have been asking about the PS5, so we're trying to work on that as well too. But a lot of people are asking for PS5. It's coming. Don't worry about it. It's coming. We got something for y'all too.
Yeah, we're gonna start making the tournaments bi-weekly for the consoles. So it'd be like first Monday it'd be Xbox, second Monday it'd be PS5, third Monday it'd be Xbox, fourth Monday it'd be PS5. And that way both consoles can participate. Had it been crossplay, then everybody could have participated. We wouldn't have to do neither one of those things.
Yep.
You know, so
yep.
But it's definitely gonna be something to participate in. We recommend everybody play. And we'll definitely have not crossplay, but multiple. You'll have tournaments and events for both consoles in the future. Something you want to add, B-Guard? I see you about to say something.
No, I was not about to say anything.
Okay. I had a question for you too, B-Guard.
Yeah.
Have you played with your Eagles yet on there? On the beta?
I have not.
Okay, I would recommend you do so.
Oh
ASAP.
my God. Oh my God.
ASAP.
Oh my goodness.
What am I missing here?
You're missing a lot. It's a lot of fun.
Man.
A lot of fun you're missing out on the defensive side of the ball.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. That defense, man, that front four alone. I even talk about your
and
secondary.
These aren't even the real numbers. These aren't even the real numbers.
These ain't the real numbers. Yeah, these ain't the real numbers.
Imagine when they get their real numbers, the rookies. Oh my God, bro! Like the rookies are literally like their ratings aren't their real numbers, and it's like, and they're out there playing like, you know. So I can imagine when those numbers come about, the Eagles are gonna be
the Eagles are gonna be nuts. They are nuts. They are nuts, man. Oh my gosh, right.
And then, hey,
it's a good feeling, man. It's a great feeling.
They moved Ortega-Whiteside to tight end, bro.
Yeah, because he can't play receiver.
Yo,
yeah, because he sucks as a receiver.
I'm talking about Madden-wise. That's a great tight end to have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm like, that was a huge move. I actually like that move that the Eagles made and moving.
Yeah, but he's got to get through the preseason. Otherwise, it's a waste. Like, he's on the chopping block. If the tight end thing don't work, then he's donezo.
Yeah, but he'll end up being a free agent.
Yeah, that means I won't have him if I have the Eagles. That's the problem.
Yeah. Somebody will.
I bet you. Yeah, you know what? You might not have him, but you'll sure have that defense.
That's
B-Guard, go and play with the Eagles. I'm telling you.
What was the quarterback speed that moved the tight end? What was his speed on there? I don't know, but the quarterback
was it Tyree Jackson?
Yeah,
was that him?
Tyree Jackson.
Wasn't he like 90 something speed?
Yeah, he was like 90 something speed, but he's a tight end for the Eagles right now. So I'm like, and he's 6'7". He's 6'7", bro. So I'm like that's a huge that's something to work with, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go in here. I'm gonna have to go in here and look at it real quick now.
I'm looking at the roster too. I'm looking at it too.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to get on there and go, but if I do it, it'll pop up on the screen, and then
nah, you don't need that.
I'm cooked for the year because I want to see some ratings. I want to see some players. Like, come on, man. But yeah, it's if you guys got the beta, we actually gave out beta codes in our tournament. If you missed out, a lot of guys.
Oh, he got 83 speed. Dang, he only got 83 speed. 6'7" though.
6'7" though. That's red zone money right there, man.
Red zone money.
Arcega Whiteside, 89 speed. Ooh.
Tight end.
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah. That
could work. So, and they said he's putting on pounds trying to get better at blocking. So, see if that pans out.
I mean, he wasn't much of a receiver, so
see if that works out. But
see.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people asking what teams were great to use in Madden on Twitter. In my opinion, any team that has a quarterback with an ability, and those, like I said, those teams are the Ravens. For the AFC, it's the Ravens. You got the Chiefs. You got the Broncos. You got the Chargers, and I think you got who else is it?
The Bills.
The Bills. And then on the NFC side, you got the Cowboys, you got the Packers, you got the Cardinals, and the
Bucks.
And the Bucks. So a lot of people are using the Bucks right now because they're the highest rated team out there.
A lot of people using the Cowboys too. Micah Parsons.
Oh, Parsons a problem off the edge.
Yo, the man, look. Oh my gosh, man. Micah Parsons is just crazy. He's crazy. And Lawrence too. Lawrence is a problem too on the edge.
And they're asking about the thoughts on the playbook changes in the beta. They've added little wrinkles. It wasn't nothing too drastic.
They just changed some names of some formations.
Yeah, that too. But it wasn't nothing too crazy. I know they removed a lot of plays from certain playbooks that formations and plays out of certain playbooks that they're missing plays and formations now. And then there's certain plays that just don't work in the beta either because of the function of the game. So they let that be known. It was a known beta issue. So, but Aaron Donald is definitely ridiculous. Aaron Donald is and the thing about it is the rest of the D line isn't really that great when you think about it. Like, you got Aaron Donald, but Aaron Donald's enough. Like, he's enough for that one D line. I was like, okay, well, Rams. I like the Rams. They got a cool secondary. The D line kind of sketchy. They got one linebacker that's really worth having. But Aaron Donald and Bobby Wagner back there, that's enough. You can. They get busy. They get busy enough for you to say, okay, I can rock with the Rams. Rams are actually a great team to play with.
Well, you also have like Leonard Floyd, who was really good last year.
Yeah.
Like, I think he had double-digit sacks. Like, but yeah, it all starts. It starts with
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be an awesome year. In my opinion, I feel like it's gonna be one of the better years we've had in Madden as a community. Especially, I'm eager to see what the MCS drops, what the things that they say they're gonna be bringing to the table with the absence of Matt Markku. See if they do something that's a little different, or if they go in a different direction, or if they bring more events, or if they do a variety of events. I'm eager to see what happens with that. Given that they've made a few changes in the competitive Madden scene or the competitive Madden office or whatever. But that seems to be something that we can also look forward to seeing as well. Maybe we might get a regs tournament. Maybe we may get a couple different tournaments in different modes, not just all MUT where you got to spend all your money, So we'll see. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. We got the finals tonight, fellas. Who you guys taking?
If you're asking me first for tonight's game, is it just tonight's game or okay?
Yeah.
I sound a little crazy. I'm going Golden State tonight. I think Boston's is going to win Game 4, but I'm going Golden State tonight, Game 3. I think they're going to slide out and win Game 3.
Okay, B-Guard?
I'm gonna go Boston tonight. I think they're gonna have a bounce back game. I think this is gonna go back and forth, and then go to a Game 7, and then all bets are off.
Okay. Philly?
Hey, I got to go with my man Snipes. I think that Golden State's going to win this one. I think Boston is going to win the fourth game. I think, obviously, the league would love for it to go 7. But It's going to be interesting. I don't know too many adjustments that Boston's going to be able to make. I felt like Golden State gave away the first game. They took Looney out, and we'll see. We'll see what happens with Draymond Green and the officiating crews today.
He's got to relax.
I think they're gonna call him a lot tighter, and I think that's gonna contribute to Boston winning the game.
He's gonna relax. He's got to relax.
Yeah, he's out here wilding.
Yeah, I think the fact that he's actually talking in the media about the officiating is gonna get him. They're gonna officiate him way tighter.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem right there. He has to shut his mouth.
Ask Rasheed Wallace about criticizing officials publicly and see how many calls go against you.
Yeah,
you cannot criticize officials.
They're definitely going to overcompensate just based on that merit alone. So I would recommend he shut up. But in my opinion, I think Boston's going to win tonight, just because of that element alone. Because like I said, when Draymond is in trouble, when he's not available or he can't play or he's held to a certain standard by the officiating crew, Golden State normally struggles. And when he's able to get loose and be himself and go wild and things like that, they normally win because he's actually taking somebody out their game.
Yeah, defensively he's great. Offensively he leaves a little bit to be desired, but when he's out there on the floor, he's a total difference maker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think his energy, like I said, it's sometimes you got guys that can put points up on the board, but what he brings to the table you don't see on the score sheet. So it's like we'll see if he's able to contribute in any type of way today. But if not, I think Boston's definitely going to win tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. In closing, what I would like to say is if I was told personally that if you signed up for the beta code and you didn't get a beta code, that you would be getting one. Last week they told me that you would be getting one this week sometime. So it may be between maybe Friday, maybe Monday, between Friday and Monday. It should be, he said the franchise guy should be getting codes next week. So I'm thinking maybe Friday, maybe Monday. And normally probably Friday for the weekend, so you can have it for the weekend.
It would make sense to do a Friday, yeah.
And if you didn't get one, buy more packs.
Yeah. That's where people are alluding to, that most of the guys that got it were the guys that played MUT. So if you didn't play MUT,
should have bought more packs, man. Should have bought more packs.
And like I said, I was like I would say the disappointment of the week was the Game Pass situation, because I was geeked. Like, okay, Game Pass.
A lot of people were, yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna refund my. But in my opinion, I'm not gonna completely take it off the table. I'm gonna wait till after. What you said, the Xbox conference is
Sunday. Sunday is Microsoft's news conference. So just know that they always drop something there for Madden every year. So you never know. We might see something there on Sunday. Let's not take it completely out yet, because they could have been trying, because of that leak that happened a couple days ago. That's probably why they're coming out saying no, it's not going to happen or whatever. And then Sunday comes around, it's like psych. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So let's just wait till Sunday when the Microsoft conference happens, and then we could kind of see from that point on what happens. But if we don't hear it on Sunday, it ain't happening. It's not happening.
That's why I recommend everybody tune in that Sunday and wait and see if they announce it. If they don't announce it, then it probably won't happen. But I haven't, like I said, EA hasn't publicly gone on record saying anything via Twitter or anything like that about the Game Pass situation. I know GameSpot posted that they spoke with someone from EA saying it wasn't going to happen. But we'll see what happens. If it does happen, that would be super dope. Like I said, it would be dope because it would give that, you may be able to get the cloud experience like 2K is being given and MLB is being given, where you can play it from your phone or your laptops or wherever, But I would like that. But we'll see what happens, man. So that's the podcast for this week, man. I appreciate you all for tuning in. And we'll be back next Wednesday. No tournament Monday. This Monday we're taking a break from it just because of the beta. We actually want to get to play the beta too. So, I want to be able to sit down and have fun with it too. So I'm going to be on the beta from now till they shut it down. And then we'll be back the following Monday with the tournament again. So if you guys, but we will open up the registration for the tournament tomorrow. So if you guys want to sign up for the tournament on the 20th, I think it's the 20th. It'll be the registration will open tomorrow for that tournament.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week, and we're out of here. Enjoy your weekend.
Hey.
What's up?
Well, you forget Sunday, man. Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers in the building, yourself included. It's nice
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there too. You know, it's let me tell you something crazy. You know that nobody even told me it was Sunday. I didn't know. You know what I mean? Nobody in my household was like, Father's Day coming up.
I didn't even know either.
So that tells you. That tells you. At this been Mother's Day, we've been hearing about it all week. But Father's Day, nobody even mentioned it. I didn't even know. I'm staring like, oh, what's Sunday? I'm thinking something else is coming up. But Father's Day, I'll definitely be on the beta Sunday for Father's Day. And if you guys want that fade, on Xbox it's Team Brian James. You catch me on there sometime.
Hold up. Father's Day is not this Sunday. It's next.
Oh, okay. Good.
It's the 19th.
Okay.
Good.
So no wonder it wasn't spoken about.
Then I've been lied to. They're trying to finagle their way out to set me up for doing something next week.
So, there you go. Philly don't know the information. You got it wrong. So Father's Day is the 19th. So, enjoy your beta because that's the last day you'll be able to play it on the 19th. And maybe early morning 20th. But enjoy it. Have fun. And if you didn't get it, like I said, check your emails this Friday or Monday. And hopefully you get it by then, man. So with that being said, I'm out. We're out. And we'll see you next week.